Someone is upset because you are standing on business in terms of revoking their access to you in your life. This is someone who is convinced that you would be back by now, that you would be chasing them. It's like this person thought that they were the prize. I've never met anybody like you before. This is someone who's used to dealing with very toxic, karmic, unhealed people who don't love themselves. But you are different. You love yourself, or you've learned how to love yourself throughout this past year.
Are you sure?
Woman, it could be just me, but it looks like you're either holding back some tears or holding in a massive fart. And either way, it really wouldn't be all that surprising. I mean, it's totally okay just to admit that you got dumped again. You kept chasing after Chad, and herein lies your reward. It's nothing new. Now, I get it. You watched a couple of videos on TikTok, and you told yourself that you loved yourself, so therefore you did all of the work, and all of the men should be lucky to have you, but in reality, they're lucky that they're avoiding you like the plague. But what you're doing doesn't matter anyways, because it's just a massive contradiction of what you represent. I mean, let's just think about this for a second. On the one hand, you're a strong and independent woman who don't need no men, and you put in the work to fix yourself, yet at the same time, you're also trying to do a psychic reading and trying to claim that the universe is just trying to do things for you. Which one is it, lady? It can't be both. But I already know you're not going to give us an answer because, well, let's just be real here. You will do anything if you can justify your own sense of laziness.
You're good on your own. You don't need anybody. You want somebody in your life. You could be very independent, okay? You need your space, you need your alone time, you're very creative. The fact that you are independent is a threat to this individual because they are used to dealing with codependent people. They want people to be addicted to them, obsessed with them, but that is unhealthy and toxic. This person is stuck on you and your energy.
I don't think any of that's true.
Alright, woman, it sounds to me like you didn't get the memo, but men are not attracted to women who are independent because it's just a smug thing to say. Being strong and independent is the rallying cry of some of the most insufferable women on the face of the planet. You think that just because you do the bare minimum it takes to be an adult in Western society, this somehow makes you better than everybody else. And because you think you're better than everyone else, it convinces you that you're also entitled to the best that men have to offer and that they have to step up in order to be with you, but what exactly are they getting in return? I mean, I'm more than happy to elaborate in your case. You think you're a psychic, and any man who gets with a woman who thinks she's a psychic is just in for a massive life of hell. I mean, here's a guy who just wants some peace in his life, but you can't offer that because you're constantly bugging him to buy you more crystals. But that's only when you're not constantly trying to read his mind and just assuming that you're automatically right because you read a book about psychics once in the 3rd grade.
And this obsessiveness, this fixation that they have with you, it's based on an illusion in their mind about this connection that they share with you. You don't feel anything for this person. You don't care about this person. It is one-sided. It's like this person is trying to force a connection with you that really doesn't exist.
Shut up, you don't exist.
Alright, sugar, let's go ahead and be reasonable about this for a second. Why would you want a man to be obsessed with you? Those are the exact same types of men that you don't respect. The mere idea of you being with a man who would actually move heaven and earth just to be with you makes you so physically uncomfortable that you resort to psychic gobbledygook on TikTok. Deep down, you know this. This is why you're constantly going after the bad boys. You want that exciting man. You want to change that man. And you want to pursue that man. You want him to feel the same way about you. And when it ultimately doesn't happen, you then go on TikTok and try to talk to other women about your problems as if their problems are the same as yours. But answer me this, woman. If you truly were this clairvoyant psychic who has all the answers, then why is it that you're clearly still single? You'd think that with your ability to unlock the secrets of the universe would give you everything you ever possibly wanted, but there you sit, clearly miserable, just trying to cope with the fact that Chad wants nothing more with you than 5 minutes every other Wednesday.
Oh, this is just so shocking. I mean, I must just be so monumentally naive.
You are.
You're a very pretty girl and you don't really get asked out a lot. I want to explain why. A lot of people think that you must have like 55 million people in your DMs, that you have 100,000 guys asking you out every single day. For some people that might be true, I'm not saying for everybody, but for some girls it's the complete opposite. It's like their DMs are like the driest they've ever been. It's like no one tries to ask them out, no one tries to talk to them. And I just want to tell you, it's because your beauty is intimidating.
Yeah, you're gonna need to work on that, sweetheart. It's not that your DMs are dry, it's that you are left dry with the types of men that are sliding into your DMs, and yes, there is a difference. I couldn't give a crap about which woman is online. She is getting significantly more attention from men than any dude in the same situation. And this all stems from the fact that it's the types of men that you want that aren't asking you out. Now, your average self-respecting man is going to take one look at you and see nothing but a massive plate of emotional damage, so he's not going to bother. And Chad doesn't need to come up and talk to you because you'll come up and talk to him and he'll decide whether or not you're worthy of some strange. You are not intimidating, you're a headache. It honestly isn't all that difficult to get a date with a good guy. You just need to be nice. That's literally it. If you go up and shoot your shot with a dude, you're most likely going to get a phone number like 8 or 9 times out of 10. But you don't want that. You want to be approached, and most men aren't willing to do that anymore because they would rather be single than risk getting hit in the face with some pepper spray.
I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm saying you are so beautiful that people think that they don't have a chance with you because you're so beautiful. So the next time you start to self-deprecate and you're like, oh my gosh, like no one's asked me out, like there must be something wrong with me. No, there's actually nothing wrong with you. You're just really that girl. You're just so pretty that they're scared to be rejected because they think you have a million people who are talking to you right now. And they're like, why would I even bother with this girl? Like, she's not going to give me the time of day. She's not even going to give me a chance. She probably has a boyfriend. She probably has like 10. Yeah, that's how people are thinking about you. So yeah, you're welcome.
Right.
Lady, the reason why men aren't approaching you is because you made it clear that they were not to approach you. So men listened and left you alone. Isn't that what you wanted? I mean, I'm kind of confused here. You don't tell men to leave you alone and then act shocked when they listen to you. It's one of those rare occasions where they actually will. And no, it's not because you're a 10, because let's face it, sister, you're not. You're like a 5 at the absolute best. And that's just a guess because you're wearing such an ungodly amount of makeup. Self-respecting men see that and they know to walk away because all they're going to be getting is some woman with no personality who is highly conceited and has absolutely nothing to offer him. And all of this could have been easily avoided. You could have had yourself a halfway decent guy at any time in your life, but you decided that you deserved better, and now you think you're intimidating to men because you're just so beautiful. Well, no, sister, that is not how it works. You wanted to be left alone, so we left you alone. You got what you wanted. You're welcome, sister.
You're welcome. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, don't mention it. Use that freedom in any way you like.
Want to take a couple of moments to shine a light of recognition on the fine members of the Bounty Board over on Patreon for their continued support of this work as I continue to get content out to you fine gentlemen and gents out there every single day. To the members of the Bounty Board, I cannot describe how thankful I am for your support, so let me just hit you with a good old-fashioned thank you from the bottom of my soul. All hail! And if you're interested in supporting my work, check out the Bounty Board over on Patreon. I've got a tier for $5 a month that'll get you access to exclusive content you're not going to find on YouTube. The link's in the pinned comment down below. And you can always support the channel by liking this video, sharing, commenting, and if you're enjoying my work, then I hope I've earned your subscription today. Now on with the show.
Okay, these are the bare minimum that you should expect from a man when you're looking for a boyfriend. And I know those pressed men are gonna be like, oh, where's the bare minimum for women? Literally, shut up. I'm talking about men, not women. So ladies, here we go. Number 1, affection through love language. I think he should know what your love language is and try to like give you love in the way that you want to be loved, because what if your love language is like gift and he's just giving you words? Maybe it's not reciprocated. Number 2, he has date nights and plans. I'm not saying he needs to plan every single time you guys hang out, but I think once a month or something like that, some special occasion.
Nope. That would be a waste of time.
I hate to break it to you, sister, but nobody cares about what you expect from a boyfriend. And the reason why is that you do not have a choice in the matter. The door to relationships is exclusively the property of men. Yes, you get to choose the bedroom partner, but men get to choose the life partner. And yes, there is a very big difference. Now, if you're walking into this situation with a laundry list of demands and expectations, that man has every right to look at that list and tell it to shove it up your bunghole. Now, nobody is saying you're not allowed to have your preferences. It's your life. You like what you like. Nobody cares. But the problem is you are looking at that man and saying, in order to be my boyfriend, you have to do all sorts of things just to make me happy. And that man may say, well, here's a list of what I think, and then you're just going to look at him and tell him to shut up because your needs are more important. So, yeah, that's not going to work out the way you think, sweetheart. But it's not really all that surprising. These are the expectations of a woman who is clearly single.
I think that's nice because it shows that he put some time and effort into figuring out what you guys are going to do and picturing what you guys are going to do. So that's important. Okay, number 3, lending shoulder when crying. If he's not there for you during your sad times, he doesn't deserve you on your happy times. So let him be there for you. Or actually, yeah, that man needs to be there for you. Okay, number 4. Compliments. If he's not complimenting you, saying that you're pretty or beautiful, or not even just that, just like, oh, I like your something. Compliments. Does he even look?
Nobody cares what you think.
Compliments? Seriously? Woman, are you that insecure that you need a man to constantly be validating your beauty? That's what you tell men all the time. You believe that men should not receive anything and that they should be lucky to have you in their lives. I mean, you're looking at this the wrong way, sister. Men are not some menu item that you just get to choose. If you want a supportive man in your life, you are going to need to be supportive, and you're clearly not willing to do that because all you're doing is making a list of the things that you demand of this man in order to be with you, and that's really not going to work out the way you think. Even if this man does compliment you, you're just going to begrudge him for not complimenting you in the way that you like. Or God forbid, you make some small change to your eyebrows and he doesn't notice, and then all of a sudden it's the friggin' apocalypse. So maybe instead of making a list of what you expect from a man, maybe start by making a list of what you can provide. You should be able to fit it on a really tiny sticky note.
That's funny because it's so true.
I don't know a single girl on the entire earth who doesn't want her boyfriend or partner or husband or whatever to do a little research, go to her Pinterest boards, go out and buy an outfit, buy the shoes, get a little, even like maybe a little purse, like go to a thrift store and get like a little, doesn't have to be expensive, but do research, find her style, get an outfit, lay it on the bed for her to come home to with a note that says, be ready by 8, I love you so much. That's what, like, I don't know any girl who doesn't want that.
No.
Lady, modern relationships are a minefield enough as it is without your incredibly stupid suggestions. I mean, let's just think about this for a second. Let's go ahead and say that this guy went and did all of this research. He found out the things that his woman liked, and so we went out shopping and bought all of these things for her with a note that said, be ready by 8. If he doesn't do it 110% perfect, then he has ruined that woman's evening, and he's going to hear about it for the next 5 freaking years. And even if he does do it right, he'll get what, like 1 evening of peace out of the deal until the next time he screws up, and then that's completely forgotten. Modern women love to have this what have you done for me lately mentality. Everything that man does never freaking counts. So it seems like an awful waste of time to be putting in all of this research for an event that's most likely going to be forgotten by the next frickin' week. So buy your own crap, lady. We're not doing it for you.
Anything less would be uncivilized.
So I honestly hate when guys try to brag and show off their money. And I don't know, I must just be like a rare breed, or if there's any other girls that just don't care. I just like when they're talking about their cars or how much money they make, or like, look at my new watch, and it's like, okay, great. What does that do for me? I don't know what that does for me. I'm really not interested in.
Liar, liar, liar. Oh, good for you, lady, but I'm gonna do you one better. None of us care that you don't care. Just because you think you're the one woman who doesn't care about a man's resources, which is just patently false for obvious reasons, it doesn't make you any different than any other modern woman on TikTok. It's just a vie to get frickin' attention. You mean to tell me that if an incredibly rich, incredibly good-looking, and somewhat stupid man were to come up to you and tell you that he has VIP tickets to some club you want to go to, that you're not gonna jump all over that? Yeah, please, woman, I'll believe that during the reign of Queen Dick. All you're trying to do is get the attention of men, and you think this is what men want to hear, even though we all know that you're incredibly single. If that wasn't the case, you would be bragging about your husband or your boyfriend and all of the good things that he does for you, but you're not saying a word about that because the man doesn't exist. And so you resort to this pathetic excuse for attention seeking by trying to make yourself seem like you're not like any of the other girls out there, even though you're pretty much just a carbon copy.
Your car, or that you get free tickets, free VIP tickets to like Ultra, or I don't care. I don't care. I care about how you treat me, how you treat others. How are you in relationships? Are you communicative? Are you emotionally mature? Are you emotionally available? That's what I care about. I don't care about your money. That's amazing. That's great. That doesn't make you a good person, doesn't make you a good boyfriend.
Liar, liar, your pants on fire.
Okay, woman, answer me this. Let's go ahead and say, for the sake of argument, that you're eating breakfast by yourself when all of a sudden the fry cook comes up to you and strikes up a conversation. He has absolutely no money, he works part-time, but he's incredibly friendly, respectful, and is one of those emotionally available people that you keep talking about all the time. Would you actually be interested in him? Well, let me answer that question for you. Of course you would not. The types of men that you desire require work. If they're good looking, that means they have to belong to a gym and need to work incredibly hard. They need to be able to dress nicely, which means that they have to have money. And they need to have the status symbols in order to impress you. It doesn't matter what you say, because we all know that you're full of crap. If this wasn't the case, then you would have been married by now, but you're not. This is not an honest display of your personality or your wants in a man. This is just you trying to get internet comments. Nothing more and nothing less. So please spare us with the lies, woman.
It doesn't make you, I don't know. I just must be like a rare breed. That those aren't the real luxuries. Those aren't the real riches to me. I want someone to treat me with love and respect and care about me, be loyal to me, be faithful to me, be honest with me. I do not care about your money.
A smelly fish.
And it's not a card.
Oh, okay, so you're just a good old-fashioned woman who wants a good old-fashioned man, huh? Okay, well, let's go ahead and put your money where your mouth is, sweetheart, and take a look at one of your many TikTok videos. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you surely do look like the type of woman who actually does care about what a man thinks, and you are just so respectful that you're willing to show your skin off for the entire planet to witness. That is some good old-fashioned quality family-friendly entertainment right there, sweetheart. And that video completely nullifies anything that you may have to say, because you want a man who's respectful and emotionally mature, when in reality, what you want is a man who is totally fine with you doing what you do on the internet. And I hate to break it to you, sister, those types of men do not exist, because what you're doing is the ultimate sign of disrespect to a self-respecting man. But go ahead and just tell us why you're not like the other girls, even though you clearly are. And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. And as always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button. Ring the notification bell, leave a couple of comments, and make sure to share this video so we can give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you once again for checking out the new video, gentlemen and gents, and until next time, peace out, homies.